You know, there are a variety of keys to marriage. We talk in the Marriage Garden about six principles, and the one I want to mention to you today is that principle called nurture. Nurture, it means caring for, looking after, being mindful of, doing those things that assure healthy growth in a marriage. And there's a great statement here by my friend and colleague, James Marshall. He says this: in marriage, the grass grows greener on the side of the fence you water most. Isn't that a great statement? So, you know, if the grass is getting pretty dry and brown on your side of the fence, then maybe you ought to water it. Watering it seems like the sensible thing. Now, when we think about nurturing a relationship, we often think in terms of languages of love, and you've maybe heard of languages of love. We use a system of languages of love that's a little different from some. We talk about show me, tell me, touch me as very particular languages where people have specific preferences. But we also talk about taking time and being understanding as two universal languages. And so as we build a relationship, we pay attention to what are the ways that my partner likes to be loved? What are the things that say most clearly, I love you, dear, and you mean everything to me? For instance, my relationship with Nancy. Because I love stuff, I, for decades, in the early days of our marriage, bought her stuff. But Nancy doesn't like stuff. Eventually, after a lot of wrestling and thinking and trying to consider what worked, I finally discovered that Nancy likes notes. Now, isn't that funny? Notes. She likes notes. And they're so affordable. Except that there's a real sacrifice involved in writing a sincere and meaningful letter. So, on special occasions, that's what Nancy gets from me, a letter. And that's what Nancy wants. So if we're going to cultivate a healthy marriage garden, and the key is to nurture the relationship effectively.
You can learn more about the Marriage Garden and other family programs by contacting your local county extension agent. You can find a wealth of tips and programs at arfamilies.org. You can also buy a copy of the new Marriage Garden book at the Extension website or at your local book dealer.